Hello, is everybody in there? Let me just have a quick little look. Oh yeah, we've got quite a few people in here. Fantastic. Thank you. Oh, hi, Robin Hartley. Hi, Robin Johnston. Hi, everybody. I am recording. So I've just got to come back to me for a minute. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are putting Pearl in the spotlight today, and she's going to give us a little Indian masterclass, which is very exciting. So before we do start, I'd love you to pop in the chat if you do a lot of Indian cooking in your Thermomix. So just you know, pop comment in there if that's the case. That would be really cool. And whilst we're doing that, I'm just going to just tell you about a couple of offers that we've got on at the moment. So anyone purchasing so Robin Johnson, oh, good. So the Robins don't necessarily do much, but they'd like to. So that's good. They come to learn from a master and a helper. All right. So
oh, this is a cooking class. Do you want to have a look, sweetheart?
If you could mute yourselves when you come in, that would be very helpful. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, a couple of things. Anyone purchasing a TM6 at the moment, we have an offer on, and that is a gift with purchase. You get the Meals in a Flash cookbook. We're actually doing a class on the Meals in a Flash book, some of the recipes in here tomorrow at 4. So if you want to come along to that, we'd love to see you, and you know, just contact your consultant. But with that book, so sorry, all the meals in that book take 40 minutes or less to get on the table, and you also get free a kitchen toolkit. Now this is amazing. We did a quick little flip to Queensland in lockdown 5, sorry, and I only had 10 minutes to pack, and this came with me. And it was really helpful because you've got sharp knives, you've got like a spreading knife, you've got a peeler, and we were doing a bit of camping, scissors and ice cream scoop, which I didn't need, but it's also great for meatballs. So that is the gift with purchase with the TM6 at the moment. The cost of the TM6 is $2,359. Still getting used to that. You can pay up front, you can pay in 3 installments. The first installment is $1,009. The next one a month later is $700. The month after that it's $700. Or you can do 24 months interest free, and that works out at just under $25 a week. Or you can join our team. And Pearl was just saying before, we have a fabulous team. So we would love you to join our team. Okay, that's that bit. The other thing was host rewards. Oh, some really bad feedback. Is everyone on mute?
I think so.
I'm just gonna, yeah, that's better. All right, I don't know how that happened. Anyway, so if you own a Thermomix and you haven't had a cooking experience, a delivery cooking experience as it's called, you can get access, book one in with your consultant. You can get access to this if someone purchases at your cooking experience for $50. Fantastic little mini bag made by Forwerk. They are the makers of Thermomix, and it is excellent quality. $50 if someone purchases, and someone can help me how much it is. I think it's $149, I think. $149, yeah, if none of your guests purchase. But that is an amazing addition to our normal host rewards of thermoservers. If you don't know what a thermoserver is, it's something that will keep your food warm for up to 2 hours, and it's a real lifesaver in the kitchen. I use one virtually every night. They're fantastic. All right, as I said, we'd love to have any of you on board, anyone who wants to become a consultant, anyone who loves their Thermomix, anyone who wants to earn a Thermomix. Come on board, join our team. We have a lot of fun. All right, that is probably enough from me at the moment. But just very quickly, before we move to Pearl, I'm just going to show you. I've got, let's just go here. Slideshow. From the beginning. Just wanted to show you. This is what it's all about. Pearl is going to show us through some of her cuisine, and Pearl is originally from Goa, so that's just a little picture of Goa, which looks absolutely stunning. It's definitely now on my list of places I'd like to go to. And I'm going to stop sharing. We've got a little bit of a quiz later on, which we will have a look at, but I'm going to move to Pearl and she could introduce herself. Hold on, I'm going to replace the spotlight. There we go. And she's going. Look, she's all full of Goa.
Hey everyone, and welcome to our Indian Masterclass. Today we have a very special menu planned for you. I'm going to start by making a Vindaloo, also known as Vindaloo here. Before I start cooking, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Goa and Vindaloo. Goa is the smallest state of India. It was ruled by the Portuguese for almost 450 years. In fact, until 1961. It has a very vibrant culture. And it's known for its lip-smacking food. And we get cheap alcohol in India, in Goa, compared to all the other states. It is also known as the Bali of India. Goa is known as the Bali of India. Because as you saw the picture of Vagator beach, we have got many other beaches and a lot of greenery around. Let me tell you a little about Vindaloo. We call it Vindaloo. Vindaloo is an Indian curry dish, which is originally from Goa, based on the Portuguese dish called carne de vinha de alhos, which means meat with wine and garlic. It is globally known in its British Indian form as a staple curry house and on Indian menus, and is often regarded as a fiery, spicy dish. Of course, you can control your spice level. If you want it spicier, you can make it spicier like me. I will put a little extra chili in everything I cook, or you can make it as mild as you want. The beauty of this dish is that you can make it with any meat. You can make a beef vindaloo. You can make a prawn vindaloo. You can make a vegetable vindaloo, chicken vindaloo. The most common meat that we use is pork. So today I'm going to make a pork vindaloo. Also, as you all know, Indians are known for their spice, and we use a lot of spice. We use mostly in powder form. So I'll give you a tip of milling chilies in your Thermomix. So I'll just show you. We use a lot of Kashmiri chilies because they've got that vibrant red color and it makes it look spicy. But Kashmiri chilies are not too spicy. So you put your Kashmiri chilies in your Thermomix, fill it up to the brim, close it, use the turbo. Turbo will break it down into smaller pieces. Then, before milling it, place a serviette or a tissue on top of your lid, cover it with the measuring cup. That way, all the fumes and small particles will not go into your nose. Another tip is, if you want to make smaller quantities, like you want to make your garam masala or cumin powder or coriander powder, you can place your ingredients in the bowl, place a simmering basket inside the Thermomix and grind it. So you can grind smaller quantities as well. So now let's start cooking. Now I have already marinated my meat. That way it has absorbed all the spice and it makes it tender as well. So I've got some pork here. And the beauty of making in the Thermomix TM6 is that you can start in the middle of the recipe. You don't have to go to the end, right to the bottom, or go through the entire recipe. You can start just in the middle. So this is the recipe.
Pearl, you're backwards again.
Yeah, I'll just change it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, you're still backwards. Perfect. Thank you.
so now, so I start in the middle. So I'm going to start with curry because I've already done this part. So go here. So it's telling me to weigh my oil. So I put some oil, vegetable oil, tear it to 0. Next, 200 grams of onion. So I've got my onions ready. I've just cut 2 onions, so I'm not going to bother. And I've got garlic there as well. As we said earlier, this dish is got a lot of garlic. So I've put a little extra garlic because we like garlic as well. But I haven't put wine in this. Unlike me, actually. Pop it for 5 seconds. Next. So now I'm going to saute it for 5 minutes on Varoma speed 1.
Pearl, would you like me to bring up my little quiz whilst that's happening?
Yes, Andy, yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, fingers on the buzzer, so to speak. Okay, let's go do that. Right, so what I want you to do, and someone else, well, we'll have to come back and just check, stop sharing after every question so I can see who's actually got the question right, okay? So first question. Was a little bit of a giveaway here earlier. Who was the ruler of Goa before it became part of India? The British, the Dutch, the Portuguese, or the French? So just pop your answer in the chat box, please. Oh, look at that. Everybody's got Portuguese. Surprise, surprise. All right. Okay. Oh, hang on. Coming back into there. All right. Next question. Aren't these cute? Look like little beach bungalows or something. All right. Next question. What is the official language of Goa? Marathi, Hindi, Konkani, or English? And before I'll come and have a look in the chat box, but isn't that just spectacular? That water just makes me want to go and jump in. All right, let's see. Okay, what have we got? Yeah, Konkani, well done. I think you guys are in the know somehow. All right, next question. Oh, hang on, you can't see that yet. Oh no, can you see that? Hang on, I think I've got to stop sharing and come back to the beginning. Sorry, I thought you guys couldn't. No, Mandy, just do this. Okay, sorry, I'm getting there. All right, so I'm ready now. Let's come back in. Share screen. The word masala is found in lots of Indian dishes. What does it mean? Marinated, mixture of spices, hot tandoori, or main dish? Okay, answers in the chat box, please. Yeah, mixture of spices. Okay, next one. Now, you Portuguese Indians, Goan Indians, you can just hold your fingers, okay? If you know what I mean. Hang on, I'm just trying to get back into this. Oh, sorry, technical issues. All right, next question. Which are the 2 main ingredients in aloo gobi? Mutton and cabbage, fish and coconut, potatoes and cauliflower, or onions and tomato? Potato and cauliflower. Potatoes. Oh, look, everyone knows that one. That was an easy one. All right, back in. Just got a couple more. Next one. What is the name of the white cheese used in the Indian cuisine? Kasari, paneer, Hyangala, or panela? Oh, I've lost. Paneer, yes, absolutely. And just for out of interest, there are recipes for paneer.
I got it on the thing, Mariska. Thanks. Okay. It's come on there. Why it's not coming?
There are recipes for paneer on Cookie Dough. Okay. What product is commonly used in Goan cuisine? Coconut, chili, ginger, garlic. Any answers? Yep. Coconut, perfect. And I think I might have one more. Coconut's the answer. Think of those coconut palms on the edge of the, here we go. What are paratha, appam, and roti? Are they fruits, wines, cheese, or breads? Bread, yep. Perfect. All right, that was pretty good timing. Pearl's got 12 seconds left. So that is the end of the quiz, but thank you guys for joining in. And the exciting thing is that Pearl's going to show us how to make roti a little bit later on. So I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. So now I start. 15 grams of ginger. Cut and peeled. So I've got some ginger here. Some tomato. Doesn't matter if it's still above, more. Some bird-eye chilies. I didn't put bird-eye chilies. I'm just putting some green chilies because I've already put spice in my marinade. And it's a little spicy as well. And some sugar. Next, insert measuring cup. Next, for 20 seconds on speed 5. I'm just mixing it.
Now, Pearl, has been a request to be able to see your lovely face.
Yeah, you'll see my face shortly.
Okay.
Just put the reserved marinated pork.
So I get the idea with the marinating the pork, like most meats, is when you marinate them, they start cooking. Is that correct, Pearl?
Yes, that's right. Yes. And then it absorbs all the spice and it makes it tender as well.
Yeah.
Becomes good. So now 80 grams of water. And there's going to be water coming out from the pork as well. Next, insert measuring cup. Next, 45 minutes. And it's cooking on, it's gone on to reverse. And I'm just doing a stir. So while that is cooking in the background, now you can see my face. I'll show you my face. Oh, I'll put out the. Okay, now you can see me.
Yes, now we can see you.
And you can see Goa as well. I'm proud to be from Goa. From the Bali of India. Okay, now.
It actually shed a bit of light on you when you said alcohol as well.
Oh yes, very much. You get cheap alcohol in Goa. People smuggle from Goa to other states of Goa.
Oh, do they?
Oh yes, they do. Okay, now I'm going to make another one, which is lassi. For those who don't know what is lassi, lassi is a traditional yogurt-based drink that originated in Punjab, another region, another state of India. It originated somewhere around 1000 BC, so it was a long time ago, and was said to have an Ayurvedic healing properties, calming the stomach and the mind. As we eat a lot of chilies, we need to calm our stomachs. So, yes. So today we are making a mango lassi. This is one of the favorite drinks on most of the Indian restaurant menus. So if you go to Indian restaurant, you'll see that they have lassi. So we'll start making a lassi. I'll just start coming back here. And this is on Thermomix as well. So we start cooking. So the total time it takes is 5 minutes. So, I've forgotten my yogurt inside.
Pearl, if you can you please make sure you show the ingredients before you put them in? That would be helpful. And also, Irene's asking, is there a preferred mango variety?
No, any mango that is available. Mostly in Goa, we have our Goan mangoes. But here you have to use whatever mango you get.
That's fine, Pearl, but is there a specific flavor? Like even the ones here have very specific flavors. Do you have a preference here as to which one you use?
Any one that is available.
Okay.
Okay, now I have made my own yogurt, which I'm going to use for my, this is made with the Varoma yogurt. The recipe is the Varoma yogurt, which is in the Thermomix. I don't use, the only difference that I do is I don't put sugar in my yogurt, and I put probiotic tablets. I put open two tablets. I'll show you. I buy these from Chemist Warehouse, and I use 2 of these capsules in the yogurt.
Just to clarify, you pull the capsule apart and chuck
Yeah,
the contents in,
yes,
not the whole capsule.
Yeah. So now, okay, so these are, can you all see the ingredients? That's 400 grams of mango cut into pieces, 60 grams of plain yogurt, 400 ml of milk, and 100 grams of sugar. I have put a little less sugar in mine. I put 80 grams of sugar in my mango. What I do is I buy mango whenever on special. I'll cut it and freeze it and keep it in the fridge. So this is my mango, which I've cut and kept. Now place mango, yogurt, milk, sugar into the mixing bowl. Let's start cooking. Put 600 grams of plain yogurt.
So for anyone who doesn't know, you can make your yogurt in the, obviously, as Pearl has done in that white thermo server. That is a 2.2 litre thermo server and will fit in the Varoma. The 2.6 thermo server does not fit in the Varoma, and that 2.2 litre one actually is a host reward as well. The other thing, the other way you can do it is you can buy the little yogurt pots from the mix shop. I'll grab one out and show you in a minute. You get a set of 8 of them, and again, they go in the Varoma.
1 grams of milk.
And you can also make coconut yogurt in the Thermomix as well.
And you can make any flavored lassi you want. Whatever flavor you choose to have in your lassi, you can have it. Or you can even make a plain lassi. Just put sugar or put salt. That's also another thing. Sugar I've put. Insert measuring cup. Next, for 1 minute, sweet 10.
It's amazing how long a minute is whilst you're waiting for it. But what it actually just demonstrates when you're sitting there, that if you're in your own kitchen, you wouldn't just be sitting there watching. You'd be able to go off and do something else, whether it's, you know, folding some washing, you know, some lovely domestic chore that needs to be done. You can go and do that in a minute. I know it takes me 3 minutes to get my washing off the line. So that's one of the bonuses of a Thermomix, that you can easily multitask because it's doing the cooking for you.
Now it's done. Oh, it looks good. And another tip I'll give you is, now whenever you make even your jams or anything and you don't have a funnel and you don't want to make a mess around you, just place.
Pearl, you're going to have to lift. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So put your the lid of your Thermomix, take off the measuring cup, of course, and you can just pour it in. That way you don't avoid the splashing around and mess around. So this is my.
That looks so good.
Yeah.
Very jealous.
And have this so you can make it at home. You know what you've got in your drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. So Pearl, you're coming to me now. Is it me
Yes.
next? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Come to me. Replace spotlight. Okay. So I'm not the masterclass person. I'm the helping the masterclass person. But I'm showing just a couple of things today. So one is Thermomixes have turned off in the background. One is I'm making curry powder, and the other thing is I'm making coconut milk. Really easy to make. Coconut milk, almond milk, hazelnut milk, whatever you want. Things like cashew milk. You don't have to do all the steps that I'm going to do for the coconut milk, but it is super easy to do. Right. So the first thing I'm going to make, by the way, that's the little yogurt jars that you can buy in the mix shop that will sit in your Varoma if you want to do individual yogurts rather than the white big container that Pearl had. All right. So very excited, new laptop being christened. So the first thing I'm going to make, actually before I do that, I'm just going to do a quick little run around the TM6. For anybody who doesn't have them, I think there's a couple of people on here who may not have one. So this is our home screen. We have 3 dials on there. We have time, temperature, speed. Whichever one of these dials is large, we turn up with this silver knob. So turn up our time there. Our temperature goes all the way up to 120. That's on a thermostat. And so the temperature will click up to whatever it's set at and then click off. If you want to steam, it needs to be on Varoma temperature. That is then a rolling boil. It doesn't click off, it keeps heating. Okay. You saw on Pearl's dial, look, this actually shows that your blades are chopping, and that actually means that they're stirring. And we saw that happening on one of the recipes that Pearl was doing. Now, I'm just showing you that so you know what the screen's about, but honestly, the best way to start is guided cooking, which you obviously see Pearl doing, and I'm going to do a couple of things in a minute. So the other thing you've got here when you swipe your screen, you've got, a little bit closer, we've got all these other functions. We've got our scales. They are 1 gram increments. We have a thing called turbo, which is used if you for some chopping, as Pearl said, and also can be used for if you think of a dip or a cake mix, you scrape it out as much as you can. When you're scraping it out, you always scrape down the sides of the bowl. Is push down here first because you've got these little ridges, okay? So you push down to the bottom, and then with your spatula, you go in a clockwise direction, which means that you're hitting the rounded side of your blades, not the sharp side. Okay, there are the blades. You can see there, I don't think you can see very well, but there is a rounded side and a sharp side on the blades. Okay. And so if you're making a cake or a dip, you scrape your bowl out first, then you turbo, that will flick everything off the blades and onto the side of the bowl, make it easier to scrape out the rest. Okay, we've got a pre-clean. Love the pre-clean. Every one of these functions has a little information button on it. It tells you how to use that function. So you can always click in there and check. But basically, you put a litre of water in, 1 drop of dishwashing liquid or about 70 grams of white vinegar, and you select the clean that you require. We've got the egg boiler, which is another winner. And again, it's got information about that. You basically put your eggs straight in there with a litre of water. You choose how you want them. Do you want them soft? Do you want them medium soft? Medium, hard? Set that. Off you go. Come back when they're done. We've got dough, which is for kneading. So 2 minutes of kneading in here is equivalent to 25 minutes of kneading by hand. And if some of you are wondering, my screen doesn't look quite that way. You can actually, there's 3 little dots up here. You can go on there and you can edit your view. And then you can decide, you can hide things if you're not using them, or you can move them around. So these are the things that I use most. So I've actually put them at the top. Most of these other functions I just use in guided cooking. We've got kettle mode, we've got warm up, which is for warming up your soups and things. Thicken for sauces, you know, your bechamel sauce. I know Irene's been doing a bit of that this afternoon. And custards and things. Rice cooker, self-explanatory. Fermentation, that's the yogurt mode, okay? Slow cooking and sous vide, you really much better off having a blade cover for those, and then an automatic blend, okay? Then if I swipe the other way, we end up going to cookie dough, and I'm going to show you a little cookie dough in a minute. So what I'm going to do is come up to here. I'm going to go into my week, and I'm going to find the curry powder, just to show you how you can make your own curry powder. And honestly, it might sound a bit silly. I live literally 5-minute walk from Chatston Shopping Centre. It's quicker for me to make my curry powder than it is to go and buy it. Well, yeah, it is, because the curry powder takes 8 minutes. And takes me at least 10, plus the getting back from the supermarket. So I've got all my ingredients here. Oops, don't tip them on the new laptop. I'm just going to step you through what they are. I've got the black peppercorns, which are here. I've got the coriander seeds, which are here. I've got the cumin seeds over here. I've got turmeric there, or turmeric, as I think you would say in Goa. I've got the ground ginger, I've got my chilies, I've got the rock salt, and I have 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic and 4 cardamom pods, which are down here. And I'm going to pop all of that straight in. Pop my lid on. Smells amazing before anything's actually started. And it's 8 minutes. Aroma temperature, speed 2. All right, so whilst that's going, I hope you can still hear me. It's a little bit scratchy to begin with. I'm going to also make the coconut milk, and that's super easy. In fact, all I'm going to do, sorry, that one's gone off, is, so at the beginning, a couple of little tips whilst that's coming on. So it does ask you for desiccated coconut. I don't have desiccated coconut, and you need to be really careful. If you get your, it's just called curry powder, Teresa. This one is the basic one. But there's other ones on there. If you buy desiccated coconut from the supermarket, you will find that a lot of it has sugar in it. So really have a look. You don't want sugar in it. Well, I don't want sugar in it. If you want sugar, you can have it, but I got this from the store, so I just go up to Glenferrie Road, take my own container and fill it up, fill up my own container with coconut. Now, this coconut is the cheapest form of coconut, so I buy that because I can make it into desiccated coconut in my Thermomix. So, having said all that, we'll come back to this screen. I've got it, I have put it in here. My week. Coconut milk. So it says 300 grams of desiccated coconut. As I said, I'm using this. but I'm only making half quantities because that's only 150 grams. That's a lot of coconut. Okay, and that's the beauty of this too. You only need to make what you want to do. I'm going to put my lid on. And I'm just going to blitz that for 20 seconds on speed 9. So that shows you why you don't actually have to have the desiccated coconut first. But I'll show it to you when it's done. Okay. So there you go. There's absolutely no need to start off with the desiccated. You can have whatever you've got in your cupboard. Smells incredible. All right, now it says 1 litre of water, but of course I'm doing half quantities. So I'm doing 500 grams. A bit over 500 grams, that's fine. One minute on speed 9.
Yeah, baby. No screen. Mama watching.
Just moving the microphone.
Something.
Can you hear me? Or not really? You can? Okay. It's noisy with roasting and mixing going on at the same time. So the other thing I'll just tell you a little bit more about the coconut milk from here. So when you're making coconut milk, you need to use a nut milk bag. Right, so the nut milk bag has skins on it. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you pour your mixture into the seamless side, and it makes it easier to clean up afterwards. Right? So I'm just putting it over, put it over the bowl so it's ready. Thank goodness I can hear again. I'm just going to move it back and we'll finish it off over here. Right, so I'm just going to put my coconut mixture. You'll see, I'll tilt this so you can see it pouring in. Okay, so there's my nut milk bag. Okay, and then this is the messy bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pick it up. Pick up the ends, just tighten it up a little bit, and then you basically just let it come out, and then you just squeeze, and all your coconut milk comes out like this. So you do this exactly the same way if you're doing almond milk. So almond milk, you need to soak your almonds. If it's an emergency, like I've had when my sister-in-law's been down from Cairns and we've had no dairy-free milk, you can put boiling water over them and just soak them just for a few minutes. Makes it a little bit warm to squeeze out, but it definitely works. Things like cashew milk, you don't need to filter it. Rice milk, you don't need to filter it. You just blitz it all up in there, and it doesn't need to come through the bag. But what we're going to end up with here is the coconut milk, which I'm going to pop into a jar for you to see, a bottle thing, and what's left. And I'm going to explain to you what you can do with the other bits. So 1 second. All right, so you'll see here, hopefully I don't get it everywhere.
Camera.
There you go. So homemade coconut milk. And what I'm going to just do is
Yeah. that's it.
Spill. There we go. So then I'm left with this.
Marushka had it.
Okay, I'm left with this, which is the sort of pulp, if you like. Now, what you can do with that, I'm sure most of you have seen me a few times, know that I try to be zero waste as possible. So what you can do with this, instead of just chucking it out, you can put it into a curry to help thicken the curry. You can also use it in gluten-free baking, but what you would do first is you dehydrate it. So pop it in the oven on really low heat for a long time, so it gets really dry. Then you can blitz it in your thermomix and it makes into coconut flour. Now, the thing with coconut flour is it absorbs more moisture than normal flour. And I was just having a little look before we hopped on, and it actually said for every quarter of a cup of coconut flour, you should use 1 egg. So, and the best way to actually use it is use it as a mixture. So if you're using it in gluten-free baking, mix it with some almond meal as well as the coconut flour. A couple of other things, I have got little notes like Pearl as well. It said you can also use it to help thicken a smoothie. You thicken curries, and you can, that's the other thing, if you've dehydrated it like that, you can use it instead of breadcrumbs for like a schnitzel or something like that. So thank goodness that one stops as well. Yeah, so there's plenty of things that you can use it up for. It doesn't need to go to waste. So from my coconut, my 300 grams of coconut and just some water, so really cheap way to make your own coconut milk and be able to use this in some cookies and things. All right, we might go back to Pearl because my even though my I've finished dry roasting here, it needs to cool a little bit before I'll be able to blend it. So are you good to go, Pearl?
Yes, I am.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna spotlight you. Sorry. No.
I have just finished my curries done. So this is what it looks like. I'll just show it to you. Let's see. It's hot.
Looks delicious, Pearl.
And I've got such a lot of it. This is.
Oh, you have too. Well, that's good because you've got a big family to
see the
feed.
color, it looks really red and vibrant because I've used Kashmiri chilies, that's why. So.
I love the tip about the Kashmiri chilies too for colour. That's great.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And Teresa, about the coconut milk, yes, it's thick enough for curries. I mean, obviously, if you want coconut cream, it's not going to be thick enough, but it is fine as it is. Kashmiri chilies, I do know for I don't know about you in Adelaide, Teresa, but I do know for us we can get them from various.
Yeah.
Where'd you get them from, Pearl?
Indian stores, any of the Indian grocery stores, you'll get Kashmiri chilies there. Yeah,
and also there's Irene, help me out with the name of the place on North Road. Yeah, Oasis Bakery have them.
Bakery, yeah.
He's a very clever fellow, but he's not coming.
I actually found the Kashmiri at Minfat in Richmond. If you're in that area where there's all the lovely places to eat when they reopen at some point. But lots of really good Asian grocers, real good pricing as well at Minfat in Richmond.
Thank you. Okay, over to you, Pearl.
Now I'm going to make rotis. I've used this recipe. I'll just show you. So if you can see this one, that's what I've used. But I've used a little extra water because I'm using a roti maker. So I'm going to show you how to make rotis with the roti maker. So I've already kneaded my dough. This is my dough. And you have to rest it for about 10 minutes. So I've got it here. Make them into small balls like this and then flatten it out. And then place it.
Pearl, do you have a second? You got a second camera on there? Because if we're not seeing. We're not looking from that one.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, so place it here, press it down, and hopefully it'll puff up if I have luck.
Pearl is a master at this. We're all in total awe. We all rushed out to Aldi when they had the roti makers on special, and no one else. I don't know. Someone else. I think Boone. Did you master it? I don't think the rest of us did.
I certainly didn't.
No, I didn't either.
I was successful once or twice, not all the time, not consistently. It was too hard.
You have to learn from the master.
No, but you have to. It has to be wet. You cannot allow it to become dry. It's little wet, and then it puffs up.
So Pearl, can you explain what you're doing there?
Yes.
I'm just pressing it so that I get bubbles coming up.
Is that paper towel wet or dry?
No, it's dry. It's just a kitchen towel that I'm using. Because I've seen one of the YouTube videos where that lady does with the kitchen towel. So I tried it and I thought, okay, fine, let me
Oh,
try.
wow, look at that.
Yeah, and then it puffs up.
Oh, amazing.
Now there you go, there he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know when I did mine, I had mixture coming everywhere out from the sides.
Yeah, done very well. Next one. Just make it into a ball like this.
Lucia, she's using the roti maker from Aldi.
Yes.
It was quite funny because when she mentioned it, within a week it was on special at Aldi, and we all queued up, before the store opened for half an hour across Victoria. And I think we bought our stock.
Yeah, all of us, I know. And I was holding about 4 or 5 roti makers in my hand.
She was.
What's going on?
So you can do this in a fry pan, but you can see basically it's just easier. You saw how quick it was to just roll out with one.
And
press.
you get nice even sizes. That's the thing. Otherwise, you'll be there rolling it.
And it's also important because there's only heat in one side, isn't there, of the roti maker, Pearl?
No, it heats on both sides.
Oh, does it? Okay.
That's how I burned my hand actually the last time.
Yes.
When the lid fell on my hand. Because I was in a great hurry with the kids at home.
Yes.
You can see the slight bubbles coming in.
Yeah.
Again, Pearl, for those that don't have the roti maker, you would follow the same technique. You would roll it out first, obviously, on the mat, and you'd follow the same technique of pressing it down in the pan.
Yes, yeah. And then once this is done, I've made my own ghee as well. Also with a recipe from Thermomix, so which is nice. So you apply it to your rotis once they're done, and you can have ghee, homemade rotis, homemade everything. As my kids say, why can't we be normal? Everything is homemade, including Nutella and peanut butter, and everything is homemade.
I know. I grew up in my household. My birthday was because I grew up in the UK. It was a summer birthday, and we were on holidays. I used to get a bought cake. It was so exciting. But homemade is so much better. All right.
Sorry, Pearl, can I just ask, in terms of your dough, do you alter the recipe at all compared to what's in the Thermomix?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you want to explain that?
In this recipe, it says 240 grams of water. I have put 320 grams of water.
Wow, a lot wetter then.
Yes, it is. I'll just show you the consistency of my dough. It literally sticks to your hand. See?
Okay.
That's what the consistency of your dough should be. That it actually sticks to your hand.
Good to know.
But it took me a while to master this.
Well, the good thing is that Pearl's going to put that recipe on Recipe Community, and then we can all have it on our TM6.
Oh,
yes. Yes. Oh, so we haven't really talked about that. We'll talk about that now. Hang on. And I've got to finish milling my curry powder too. But there's a couple of questions in the chat. So one is, Teresa saying, Teresa, I'm on an 800 calorie diet too. It's killing me. Which Nutella recipe do you use from Cookie Dough? Is the question.
Okay. I'll tell you.
Right, actually, Boone, can you have a look on Cookie Dough and see if you can post the recipe, if you can find it, please?
Sure. Sorry, which one again?
Nutella.
Oh, okay, sure.
All right. So I was going to show you a little bit of Cookie Dough. I'm just going to show you just a tiny little bit. Well, we might be able to find it on here anyway. Let's do that. I'll do it on here. Okay, so it might not, I do know there's one, well, let's just see what it says here in these recipes, because I know some of them will actually give you Nutella, login, how many times? Dough, calzone, or chocolate hazelnut spread Nutella.
Yeah,
There is
I
one,
use that hazelnut chocolate spread.
hazelnut chocolate spread, thank you.
Welcome.
We'll look for that.
Yep, I found it, but I can post it anyway.
Yeah, I'll put it in here anyway. Chocolate spread. Oh, which one looks better?
I
Oh,
did
this
the
one says
first one.
4.4 stars. Okay.
Yeah, I did the 4.4.
All right. Sugar, hazelnuts, dark chocolate, cocoa powder, butter, and milk. Now it will, let's just see, keep in your fridge for 2 to 3 weeks. And you can obviously store it in the fridge, and you can make a milk chocolate variation as well. And don't look at the calories. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know about Cookie Do, this is our recipe platform that we can access through the screen of our TM6. We can have a look by collections. So I think that must be a new one. We get new collections coming on every now and then. And this one, I love this because there's a really nice gluten-free pizza base in there, gluten-free pizza crust in here. Being gluten-free, that's important to me. So that was really good when I made that one. But yeah, we get new collections every month. And seeing as we're actually talking Indian, and I may pronounce this incorrectly, so I'm happy to be corrected by City or Pearl or anybody else on here. Diwali. There's a Diwali collection coming out in the middle of the month. It's the Diwali sweets, apparently, the Festival of Light, if I believe correctly.
Diwali. Quite good.
Diwali, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, we can look by recipes. So you can just search in here. If you're looking for a budget recipe, you can just go budget in here. It looks like Buddha. Budget, and it will come up with recipes that are on a budget. It looks, there are a couple the same there, but that's because we're looking at recipes from Australia, United States, and the United Kingdom. So some of these will be on a couple of platforms. All right, let's go back. Let's go in. Let's do curry powder, which reminds me I haven't finished mine yet. Do it in a minute. Curry powder. So we've got curry powder, garam masala powder, Madras curry powder, Madras, and that's all the things that they use. And so it's obviously looking for the tags in the recipe. I know in that, you know, obviously there are curry pastes as well. So we can look at Tandoori Paste. That's literally 20 seconds in the Thermomix. Pretty incredible. Quite a few ingredients, 20 seconds, speed 9. Kashmiri chilies as well, chili powder again. Yeah, now just in this recipe, it says 120 grams of garlic paste C-tips and ginger paste C-tips. Don't make the paste of either of those. Just use the equivalent amount of garlic, mental blockage, help me, of garlic cloves. Cloves is the word I'm looking for, and ginger. Don't bother making the pastes. Okay, but there's all sorts of amazing recipes in there. What I'm just going to quickly do is just show you filters, and I'm going to show you something new that we haven't seen before. So you can use filters. You can have a look on here. So we might go. So I know in Goa, fish is also another really main thing because they're on the beach. Yes. So you can look in here. Oh my gosh, if you haven't made this, the fragrant coconut fish soup with sweet potato, absolutely delicious. We've just had it for lunch 3 days in a row. It's absolutely beautiful. But there's obviously a whole heap, and not all these are Indian, of course, but we've got, it's a Balinese, Goa, close, the Bali of India, whole lot of different fish recipes. What you can then do is you could go into, let's have a look at the Balinese prawn curry. You can look in here, you can have a look at your recipe. There must be a bit of marinating or something in there because I know that prawns are very quick to cook in the Thermomix. And don't be frightened if you think there's a lot of ingredients because you're cooking from scratch. So you're actually using basic ingredients, which means that you're not adding any additives and preservatives. Whereas if you go to the supermarket and buy a jar, that's what you'll be putting into your body. Gives you nutritional content here, so 219 calories, 5 grams of carbs, 13 grams of the fats. Remember that one, that's a good one. And it always gives you tips and tricks down the bottom, all right? This curry is quite spicy, adjust chilies to taste. Now I might go, actually, I do want to remember that one. I actually classify things by calories, so that's under 300 calories. I like that. Add to a collection. Okay, and I have curries here. I have curries less than 500 calories. That's gone in there. I might also want to add it to my week, and I'll pop it in for Friday. I can also add it to my shopping list, so I'm going to do that. All right, and then what I would do, I'd come back here and I'm going to any other fish recipes I want to remember. I'll add them to a collection, can create a new collection, whatever. And then when you've done fish, you might go, what else do I want to look at? Oh, pasta and rice dishes. You might have an ingredient you want to use up in the fridge, so you can do that, zucchini or whatever you've got. If you're gluten-free, dairy-free, whatever, you can put the tags in here. I don't recommend doing it for pasta though, because you probably know how to change your pasta or substitute. Because if you put gluten-free under this category, you'll just end up with rice dishes. It also tells you preparation time. Don't worry too much about that. I don't know about the other girls, but I tend to look at total time. I've got 86 results that will be on the table in 30 minutes for 4 portions, or you can have a look at the other ones, 63 results. You can look by rating, and although I don't really rate things, I've decided I really do need to start because it is how everybody knows. But, you know, everything's personal preference anyway. And then you can add different countries in here. So if you speak another language, you can absolutely add something different language in. You can also, if you're doing this on your computer, just use Google Translate. And if you are, and then once you've done that, and it goes onto the screen of your Thermomix, you just use Google Translate on your phone, pop your phone in front of your Thermomix, and it will translate everything for you on your phone. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much, you just go through and have a look at all those things. Now, exciting stuff here. Haven't made one yet, but look at this. We are now going to be able to put created recipes, our own recipes, onto Cookie Do. If you have a TM6, that will then arrive on the screen of your Thermomix. If you have a TM5, unfortunately, the Cookie technology is now probably 4 or 5 years old, and it won't come onto your screen, but you will still have it there on Cookie Do, and you can cook manually just from using Cookie Do on your phone or a laptop or whatever. You will also be able to import recipes from our recipe community. So that is really exciting. I've been busy all day, so I haven't put anything in there, but I will be putting something in there tomorrow. And the first thing I'm going to put in there is actually Quirky Cooking's cauliflower and leek mash, because it's absolutely delicious. All right, so you can have your creative collections as well. So you can see, oh, I'm narrowing down. Kelly and I are doing cocktails Friday night, so I'm narrowing down the best ones. So I've got my best cocktail list instead of just my cocktail list. Got the curry, so curry basics. Quick look in here. You can do chutneys. Then we got chat masala. Excuse my pronunciation if it's wrong. Curry powders, and of course we've got the Thai stuff as well. We've got tamarind paste, tikka paste. There's the paneer, the cheese. Everyday Indian curry paste, a whole lot of different things that you can actually make in there. Then just having a quick look at my week. So this is what we've been doing today. That ghee, I absolutely love the ghee, like Pearl. As soon as we are low on ghee, I make a new batch. It is delicious. You can eat it with a spoon. It is so delicious. I know that sounds awful, but it is absolutely delicious, like caramel. Tomorrow we are running a class. This is all the team leaders from our branch are running a class, and we are making these dishes. They're all on the table within 40 minutes. So if you haven't got the link for that and you would like it, then please ask your consultant to send it to you. And then what did we do? We put in the Balinese prawn curry there. So coming back up to the top here, I now have, and just in case, having just said I'm only on 800 calories a day, I just put that in just to show someone how to use the I'm not making it, the mango Swiss roll. Anyway, you have your shopping list, you show ingredients, and then you go through your ingredients and you go, well, actually, no, the candle nut, I can substitute that with macadamia, so I'm going to get rid of that. I don't need the soda water. I don't need the water. I do have rice. You know, some of these things I'm going to need to buy. We actually had the strawberry mojito last night, and it's with a ginger and mint syrup, and it was delicious. I'm sure Kelly will second that, because we do a little run across the road every Friday night. Chicken stock paste, I make my own, and so on. So you click off the things you don't need. You can add extra things in here that you might want to, that you do need from the supermarket. You go order ingredients if you want to do it this way. So it goes to Woolworths Online. Go into Woolworths Online. If you don't like a particular brand they've selected for you, you can swap it and then you add it to your Woolworths cart. It is that simple. Now, what you can also do, you can click and collect. It's going to save you a bit of time. One of the things that one of the new girls in our team, who's not on today, said to me, one of the things she loved about that was because she doesn't go and just buy everything that's on special and then have it sitting there wasted at the end of the week. The fact that you can actually make your shopping list. If you download the app, so the app is this little green Thermomix here. Everything I have put in that shopping list there just now, I'll show you in a sec, is showing up on there. So that goes across the road with me shopping, and I just click it off when it's in my basket. Super simple. My shopping list is popular. I don't have to write anything down. It's just in here. So absolutely love that. And I'm just going to quickly, oops, no, don't you shut down for a minute. Okay, when you are blending hot things, so we've dry roasted the spices in here, and we need to blitz them, but you need to wait for the temperature to drop below 60 degrees. Otherwise, it won't actually blitz. Won't go over speed 6. So I'm just going to put this on for 30 seconds, and then I'll show you the curry powder. Okay. I should have done what Pearl did, because with the tissue, because it's coming out like getting in my throat. But anyway, it smells incredible, and I'll just show you what it looks like. Someone's asking about cocktails for next week. Kelly's on cocktails next week. There you go. Look at that. It smells absolutely amazing. And I can't inhale it too much, otherwise I'm going to be coughing. But it is incredible. So how easy is that? You know exactly what it is. There's no anti-caking agent, nothing else in there. All right. Now, Pearl, is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, the only thing I have looked on Cookie Do, and there are Goan recipes there. There's Goan prawn curry, there's Goan fish and tamarind curry, which looks also good.
Well, you'll have to try some and post photos.
Rice, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you doing this today, Pearl. It's lovely that you've shared your knowledge with everybody on today. So very much appreciated by everyone, I'm sure. Someone had to leave and they said, great class. So well done to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right. So yes, we've got thanks Pearls coming through here. The cashew chicken korma is great too. Thank you, Lorraine. Okay, so someone was also asking about cocktails on Friday. Kelly's choosing what cocktail we're making on Friday. And if you're in my Facebook group, we did a little dual Facebook Live last night when we made our cocktails. So you are welcome. We will just be there about 6 o'clock next Friday. It's going to be pineapple based because like the farmers with the strawberries, there's a glut of strawberries, the restaurants aren't open, people aren't taking them. And so the poor farmers are missing out. There's also a glut of pineapples. So we did strawberries this week, pineapple on Friday. Couple more things before we go. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock, if you're interested in those quick and easy meals. Next Sunday, our team here, we are doing a baroma class. So if your baroma, which is the steamer that sits on top, is great for, so if it's sitting in your cupboard gathering dust, pull it out. We're going to show you how to use it. The following Tuesday night, the 19th, I'm going to do a little session on Cookie Do. Oh, what's that? What's that? Hang on, I've got Irene's showing us something. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to replace this.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys. It is, I just made pasticcio, which is our Greek, I guess call it Greek lasagna, I guess, if you want to call it that. So I'm going to post that on Created Recipes. I'm going to post it on Recipe Community, and that way I can share it with everyone. So I guess as this whole Creative Recipes comes into play, if I save Creative Recipes on my own Cookie Do account, I can't share it with anyone. But as consultants, I think we're going to build up a really nice additional recipes right through Recipe Community, so we can share them with you.
That's
I'm
really
really looking
exciting.
forward
It's
to it.
really exciting. Yeah. Okay, cool. And yeah, so the Cookie Do session at 8 o'clock on the 19th. I will be able to show you a little bit more about that, creating your own recipes and popping them in there. And on the 24th at 4 o'clock, which is a Sunday, as a team, we are going to show you how to convert your own recipes, give you the tips and tricks about how you convert your recipes to Thermomix. So there's plenty on. You're welcome to come to anything. I will send you all a little email afterwards, and I'll pop all those events in there too. So, well, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you, Pearl, for being amazing. And
Thank you everyone for coming, yes,
and sharing all your information. So we've had a few comments about people being inspired to cook Indian food, so that's amazing. Okay, all right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop recording. Thank you all so much for coming.